Hi there, Scott Ewart here, the DIY web guy, and in this video I'm going to show you how to send messages to your list in AWeber. So we're just going to pop over to AWeber, and in the last video we set up a list called DIY Guide Demo. And what that does is it gives us a list name and it gives us the ability to target specific people that are going to come into this list, and you can send emails to them that are specific. So let's say that you're running a campaign and you want to get people on your list that are going to receive your regular emails about personal branding and a little bit about yourself, and ultimately build some trust with them and be able to sell products to them. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is set up an autoresponder message so that it automatically, when they sign up to your list, they get an email. And that's done with a follow-up message. So you just click on follow-up, make sure that your current list says the list that you want to work with. If you'll notice, all those lists show up here, so make sure that you're on your current list there. So this is a follow-up message, and so we're going to set up the very first message in the sequence, which means as soon as they they register for your list, they're going to get this email. So there's a couple different ways that you can set up emails. There's a new HTML message which lets you set up nice formatted emails, but I actually go in to use the previous follow-up editor, and that's how I set up my messages. So the first thing that you want to do is, of course, give a subject line. So you might want to just say, welcome and thank you for joining my list. All right, and then you're going to want to go ahead and give them a message, something like, hello there, thanks for joining my list. Give them a little bit of background about yourself. So describe, why you've built this list, what you're hoping to accomplish, what you've accomplished in your online career, whatever you've done here. Just a little bit of background by yourself, your intention with the list. So you're going to send informative, valuable emails to them. You might ask them to whitelist your email so your emails don't go to spam. And then just thank them. If you were giving them a free offer, then you might put a link to the free offer, whatever you use to get them onto your list, and then sign off. Now, you might want to just sign off with your name. So something like this. If you want to give your phone number, you can do that. You can also give your email. Give them a link to Facebook, your Facebook page. So they can connect with you there. Another thing that AWeber allows you to do is insert an image. So what I usually do in my very first email is I set up a picture of myself. So you just need to have a picture of yourself set up, and you can go ahead and it'll attach it right down here at the bottom of the message, and that just adds a personal touch to it. Now, once you've done that, you can also choose to come down here in plain text message. And all this is it's if somebody doesn't have a more sophisticated email editor or an email reader, then some of the things that you might do in HTML are not going to show up there. So for those people who just have plain text messages, read on the old phone, things like that, you just want to copy up there the message and then paste it down here into the plain text message. Okay, you might have to do a couple things. If you put a link, you're going to have to take the link out and put a coded link, and you're going to have to do that. I do want to show you how to code a link inside of here as well. So if you want to make this an active link in your message, you just select that and do a copy, a Control-C or a Command-C on a Mac, and you'll just come over here to this thing that says Insert or Edit, a hyperlink. And right down here, you're just going to paste in that link and click on Insert. Okay, and that's going to put a link into that message. Alright, so that's how you set up a message. You do the interval, which is number 1, and automatically gets sent immediately. You can attach a file if you promise them a file or an ebook. You can attach that here, and then all you do from there is click on Save Message. And Save Message, what that's going to do is it's going to put it into the sequence of your follow-ups. So you see here that I have follow-up message 1, welcome and thank you for joining. Now I suggest that you do a few emails up front, set them to be a couple of days apart, just 2 days apart. AWeber will start suggesting 4 days. I would keep them at 2, keep your list active, and you would just do that by setting up another follow-up editor. So you want to do follow-up messages for things that are very static. You don't want to do things like contests or offers that have an expiration date, because these messages are going to stay for people who have been on your list or join your list. It might be a few months down. So you want those emails to be still relevant a couple of months away. If you do have something that is a quicker, like you're running a contest or you have something that expires on a certain date, you can do a broadcast message. And it's the very same process, but you just click on Messages and Broadcast. You go to the Broadcast Editor, and it's the same way. Your subject, your message, copy it down to your plain text. Only you have some different options down here. You can send immediately, or you can send later. You can send to a particular segment, which I'm going to cover segments in another video. You can click to include other lists. So let's say that you want to broadcast to all of those list names that we saw at the beginning, or just a couple more. You can click there, and you'll notice if I click there, then all of my list names show up, and I can choose to say, I want this one and this one, whatever that might be. Okay, so you can include other lists that you want to send this broadcast to. I would suggest track and click so you know who's clicked on the message, and then all you do is save the message. You can also preview it and test it out and make sure everything's working okay. Alright, so 2 types of messages. The follow-up, which you'll set up for more static emails that will go to your list on a particular interval, and then broadcast messages, which are more one-off messages that will be emailed to them. So that is how you set up your emails for your list. I hope you found this helpful. Again, this is Scott, the DIY web guy, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.